Welcome to Transit Talk with your host, Simcha Gutnicki. That's me. On today's episode, we are going to talk about the current problems with the transit system and what we can do to fix the ongoing problems with the transit system in New York City. First, let's start with a brief history of the New York City transit system. According to the MTA website, private companies originally managed rapid transit routes and surface lines. During the early 19th century, John Mason organized the New York and Harlem Railroad, a street railway that used horse-drawn cars with metal wheels and ran on metal tracks. However, towards the end of the 19th century, the invention of electricity led to the development of electric trolley cars, which soon replaced horses. More significantly, New York City's first official subway system opened in Manhattan on October 27, 1904. Currently, the New York City subway system has over 840 miles of track, 472 stations, 27 subway lines, and services close to 6 million riders a day. According to one recent New York Times article, the trains were slowed down years ago in order to make them safer. There are also a number of articles saying the real problems are caused by three key factors: the failure to modernize signal systems, continued use of old subway cars, and lack of funding. The majority of the signal systems within the transit system are approximately 80 years old and have been breaking more regularly due to wear and tear, and that this system was never meant to service so many people. I also hear that many of the subway cars used in the transit system are approximately 50 years old. Normally, a subway car should be replaced after 30 years of service. This is causing many delays in the transit system. I would imagine it is probably also difficult to find replacement parts for obsolete subway cars. For example, the R32s are over 54 years old. Hi, Mrs. Gutnicki.
Hello.
How long does it take you to get to work?
It takes me a little over an hour to get to work, and that's if I hustle and really am focused.
How long do you typically have to wait for your train?
Well, it really depends if it's going to be a good day where the subways are running more or less on time, or whether or not there's a lot of traffic and a lot of volume. So it could take me anywhere 10 minutes or so per train. If I miss a train, I have to wait at least 10 minutes if I'm lucky.
How often does your train get delayed, causing you to come late to work?
Almost every day I am delayed. I am sitting in a train, very frustrated, and there's nothing I can do because I'm stuck. And every day they apologize for the delays, but they don't fix the problems. So it makes me very frustrated that no matter what I do, it's out of my hands and I'm still late to work.
Thank you for participating on Transit Talk. And now we have another special guest, Mr. Josh Perlis, a human resources supervisor from the New York City Transit System. Hi, Josh.
Hi.
As a HR supervisor at the MTA, what is your primary responsibility?
My primary responsibility is to process candidates that want to work for the MTA by looking at their resumes and see what title they could work in.
Tell me about some of the changes the MTA is making to help improve the daily commuter experience.
the MTA is making improvements to the subway signaling system and employing more groups to the tracks to keep them clean and stations to make a better rider experience.
Do you think the changes the MTA is making are actually improving the delays in the system?
Well, let me start by saying that my opinion is just that. It's my opinion and not actually reflecting those of the MTA. But yes, I believe that the improvements are being made, are being reflected in the ridership's commute. It's faster times and cleaner stations are making for general ridership a lot better.
Thank you for participating on this episode of Transit Talk. Well, folks, that wraps up this episode of Transit Talk. This is Simcha Gutnicki signing off and wishing you a safe commute.